Today is a pretty serious video topic, and as you guys can tell from this title, I named it RIP MakiDonalds. And I'm just gonna give you guys the brief overview of what the freak just happened. And I'm not really gonna make any crazy jokes like how I usually do in my other videos, and I'm just gonna keep it a buck with y'all. But basically, what happened is that I was looking at the OC Game subreddit and I found this title named Afonso MakiDonalds Gonçalves has passed away. And you guys are probably thinking, who the heck is MakiDonalds? Like, maybe some of you guys are like, okay, I don't know this person. But I was basically doing some research because I was like kind of confused. I heard the name before too, and I did some research on them. And they're a player and a mapper in the Puerto G's community. They're like rank 500, and they got like a dog with like a Maki hair on them. And they basically mapped a lot of popular stream maps like Glory Days, Dawn of the Dragon Star, and Faith. And I like MakiDonalds maps. I didn't know he mapped those, but the Maki expert, this is everyone farms a 1k on the Glory Days map, also on Dawn of the Dragon Star, and also the Faith map to get like 400s. I know for sure I farmed that map. Like, I farmed all of his maps here, basically, MakiDonalds. So I have some sort of connection with this person. And after that realization, it kind of hit me a little heavier, and I was like, oh shit, man. Well, that kind of sucks, because what happened with this person here, I'm just going to read you guys this Reddit post, and it's kind of a tragic situation. I'm just going to read you guys this huge wall of text here where this person said, as many people outside the Puerto G's OC community know, I think it's time for closure about what's happening right now. Our DMs are being flooded, and I also think the rest of the community needs to know, because we're not the only ones close. Our very close friend, Afonso, aka MakiDonalds, has passed away. All of his close friends, myself included, found out yesterday. We're uncertain if this was actually true or not, but we had a lot of doubt if this was only a prank or not, but it ended up being true. I'll not be going into details about what happened because it's still way too soon to speak about this. Right now, I ask all the community to please respect us and his family and think about happy moments of memories that you have from him. If you have any memories, photos, screenshots, or any good memories about him, please feel free to share it here. He'll be missed by a lot of people. No one liked this game more than him. He was really dedicated to Osu, to his friends and family. This will change us forever, but it only makes us as a community closer and closer. A fundraiser was created to help his family with the funeral cost. If you can and want, you can donate here. All money donated will be sent to his family, and there's a link. Thank you for understanding. I love you, Maki. We all do. And that link I'm also going to put in the description below, where you can donate to help their family with their funeral. I personally donated a bit when I saw this because I was a bit emotionally invested as well, because I have that connection of playing this person's maps, and it's just kind of tragic, right? He's providing that service to me with his great maps, so I felt like I had to provide the service back to him. But if you guys want to know what was the specific situation with MakiDonalds, like how did he pass away, I did some digging into the comments, and people were saying that apparently that he got in a hit and run from a taxi while he was crossing the street on a green light, which is a really horrible way to die. And you guys are probably thinking, okay, bro, how old is this person? And apparently this person is 21 years old, which is literally the same age as me. And I'm just realizing, bro, that could have been me, because that actually kind of almost happened to me like a couple months ago, where I was also crossing the street and I almost got completely destroyed by a big ass truck. So that could have also been me, and I'm just kind of realizing, damn, well, that is a tragic way to die here. And I never really talked to this person personally. I don't know them like super personally, and the only connection I have to this person is me playing their maps and me just knowing of their name like somewhat through just playing the game. But this whole situation here has kind of got me in the mood of talking about this whole situation with death. And again, condolences to MakiDonalds and their family and all his friends, because this is a freaking horrible situation for a person, especially if you die at 21 years old. Like, your life literally just started. Maybe like back then, 21 years old, you would have already experienced so many things in life. You would already be married by your 13, like back then. But now 21 years old is basically, you just exited the tutorial and about to get into the real life, and you just freaking got into the real life and then passed away, which is very tragic here. But I just want to talk about this topic of death, where people, they can literally just die anytime. We don't know when we're gonna die. Hopefully, if you stay super perspicacious and do all the right things, then you'll get away from dying as best as you can, right? But something like this can happen anytime, right? It could have been my moment a couple months ago where I almost got completely mogged by a truck, while MakiDonalds here got the very tragic ending with getting a taxi hit and run. And this topic here here, death can happen to everyone. And I just want to say, as an action course of this, you have to be grateful for every moment that you spend with all your friends and family here. This is something that I had my own realization with like a couple months ago. Like I really thought about death a lot because like not in a suicidal way, of course, right? I never really got that far. Maybe I had some mental problems here and there, and maybe we were thinking some bad thoughts, but I never got to that situation, right? But I've thought about death a lot, and I thought about my parents and my families and my friends. What happens if I die? What happens if they die? And at the end of it, I just realized that what can you really do except be grateful for the time that you have on earth right now and the times that you spend with your friends and families. Like I feel like a lot of people overlook this. They get so used to being with their families and friends, but then once they're gone from your life, you kind of just realize, damn, I could have probably hugged them one more time or tell them I love you or be grateful for them like one more time, but they just freaking died and I can't do that anymore. So I just want to say as an action call to you guys, be grateful for every moment they have with your friends and families if it's a really good moment, especially. And this is something that I've taken heed into like the last few years ever since I realized that. So I spend time a lot with my family every day, and I'm grateful for every moment with it because I know that my parents are going to be around forever. Like, there's another way you can look at this with your time that you spend with friends and family. Sometimes you have friends that you spend time with like once a week, maybe once a month. Maybe you talk to them once a year. And sometimes you got to realize like you really like these people, right? But if you realize that you only meet them once in a year, you can probably count how many times that you're going to meet them for the rest of your life on your fingers, right? And that just provides more proof to you that this is such a scarce thing to have a meeting with this person, and you should really cherish those moments and really value them. And even for the frequencies where you're going to be having a lot of meetings with, like maybe your friends and families, maybe you live with your parents like I do, and you get to spend time with them every day. Maybe I have maybe like a couple thousand days left with my family at best, right? I'm still going to cherish every moment, even though it's like kind of common, right? I come back home and get to see my parents every day, but I should still be grateful for every moment because there's still a time limit. It's still finite, and they're going to end up dead one day. And unless we somehow invent the cure for immortality, I don't think that's going to happen in our lifespans. Maybe I'm being very bearish on that, but that's just my opinion on it. And you should just be grateful for everything here with people dying and this time that you spend with your loved ones here. And I'm sure a lot of people with MakiDonalds here, they probably weren't able to give them like one more message like, hey bro, I really enjoyed that time we spent together, or hey bro, I'm really grateful for you. Like I'm sure there's a lot of people who missed that opportunity because of what happened to MakiDonalds here. And I want to say for the future that this shit can happen to any of you guys because you're going to have a close friend and they could also end up to what happened with MakiDonalds here. And you have to really cherish these moments that you have with your friends. I know I'm repeating myself, but I think it's really important for me to say that. And that's pretty much all I want to say in this video about the situation with MakiDonalds. Again, I got a little emotionally invested because I played his maps before. I like their maps a lot. Like I'm not super close to this person, so like if I were to be completely honest and blunt, like it's tragic if I saw this happen to someone, but if it's someone that I never really had any connection with, I would probably not care that much. But when I realized what happened to MakiDonalds, like relationship wise, I played their maps, I'm like, okay, I like this person a lot because I like their maps, so I'm gonna feel a bit more emotionally invested now, and thus I'm going to donate a bit more just to give back in the Ko-fi thing. And I'm gonna post that in the link below where you can donate to his family for his funeral costs, because this is a pretty tragic moment here. And yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. This definitely sucks, and it's kind of a gloomy day for the OC community for MakiDonalds here. But rest in peace, MakiDonalds, and I hope that all their friends and families, I mean, they can't move on from this, bro. This is freaking tragic, but I hope everyone does the best things that they do, and everyone just does the right thing here. And my parting message, be grateful for every moment you have your friends and family. And I know I make jokes a lot on this channel. Like I'm gonna making goofy jokes and making fun of things here and there. But I just gotta keep it real with y'all sometimes and just say that, you know, life, there's a lot of hard shit that goes on in our lives and a lot of bad shit. And sometimes you just have to make what's best out of it. But yeah, I'll see you guys.